trophy and crown a champion of the Sun Belt Conference right here today. This is a surprising matchup. The proverbial David versus Goliath, a ranked versus an unranked team. An opportunity to spring a major upset and build a legacy. We'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the fourth-ranked team, Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field.
Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida for the Sun Belt Conference Championship game presented by Hercules Tires. The Old Dominion Monarchs square off against the James Madison Dukes in the latest installation of the Royal Rivalry. Two schools from Virginia that are not fond of each other. We'll pick this one up here as this is Rondé Barber running into a sack of three Monarchs. Following the stop, Old Dominion on offense looking to strike blood first. This is going to be Tyler Parris finding TJ Lott on the RPO wheel route who makes a man miss. It takes us into the end zone. ODU strikes first, 7-0. We'll pick this up with James Madison looking for a response here as Rondé Barber is going to hand the ball off. And James Madison finds some open grass. I mean, he has room to roam. Nothing but green in front of him. But if you look on the left side of your screen here, what's that? That's a block in the back. At the tail end of this play, a truly unnecessary block. He's going to get this touchdown called all the way back, and JMU will have to score again. But score they would not because Rondé Barber could not stop running into sacks. He's going to roll out to his left here. He's just going to find Ahmad Foster waiting for him. I mean, that's his 17th sack of the season. But Devin Roche supporters look away here because this was not a pretty one. Is he going to take this one on the 7-yard line, run all the way back in the end zone, get tackled for a safety? So JMU defense scores the first points for the Dukes in this one. But following yet another stop by the defense, Tyler Parris finds TJ Lott. No one's around him. That's his second touchdown of the quarter, and the Monarchs lead 14-2. James Madison trying not to punt for the fourth time in the first quarter. Rondé Barber's going to drop back. He's going to run into Ahmad Foster again, and the ball's free. I mean, the ball's just sitting there in the end zone, and who picks it up? That's big Patrick Hyde, the five-star true freshman, is going to put Old Dominion up 21-2 in the first quarter. However, following a disastrous first quarter for the Dukes, they're going to find a way to make this a one-score game yet again. After a touchdown, a stop on defense, they're going to score another touchdown as that's Rondale Perkins finding the end zone. 21-16 game all of a sudden. Like I said, all of a sudden a one-score game. ODU hasn't done anything on offense. Critical third down here. 3rd and 10. They find Quan Dunbar lurching across the marker. Going to find the first down. However, the drive would stall from there. So ODU is forced to take 3 going into halftime. That's going to give them an 8-point lead. And here we'll see the try from Juwan Ferris, who was shaky to start the season, but ultimately will curl this through the uprights just barely. 24-16 game at half. And coming out of the gates at halftime, firing a shot to Jose Costa, and that's going to be a touchdown because no one's going to catch him. We all know how fast he is. ODU, just like that, back up 2 scores. Chart said go for 2. The try was no good. And following the James Madison touchdown, this is yet again a one-score game. So what's Old Dominion do on offense? They're going to put it in the hands of Tyler Parris, who's going to fire downfield. He's got Dante Lee Jr. Going to find his way into the end zone, score a touchdown, put ODU up 2 scores. I mean, this game got pretty crazy for a while. But it was a disastrous second half for Rondé Barber. He's going to throw an interception here. That's Ryan Ramey getting the pick and some yards to boot. Going to put ODU in prime scoring territory. And who scores touchdowns in the red zone? Well, we all know that's the tight ends. Robert Osai, the soft hands in the end zone, puts ODU up 3 scores. This one's starting to look like it's out of reach. Barber once again having a disaster of a second half. Is going to find Hody Kwan on the interception here, who sees a convoy of Old Dominion fans on the right side of the field. So he's going to run towards them. He wants to celebrate with them, which ultimately does get him tackled before he can score on the house call. However, it's no problem as ODU is able to punch that in for a score, go up yet again. And another interception here. This time it's Ashton Whitner reading the screen. And guess what? He's already got those fans on his side. He doesn't need to run over to them. He's going to take this one for a house call. Reservations for 6, folks. This one is over. Old Dominion secures their second Sun Belt title in a row. Tyler Parris, player of the game, another masterclass. We'll see it after this game, but he would secure the Heisman with 64 total touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Old Dominion secures their spot in the college football playoff, going unbeaten. They did have to go unbeaten to guarantee a spot. They do that. They're Sun Belt champs. And guess what? They're also going to get a first-round bye in the college football playoff. The committee felt they were one of the 4 strongest conference champions. And like I said, Paris secures the Heisman, the first in Old Dominion history. And how about Ahmad Foster? Wins Defensive Player of the Year with his 17 sacks. So a 1-2 punch for the Monarchs on offense and defense. And their opponent in the Fiesta Bowl will be the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Silver Spaceship in Glendale, Arizona. Vegas opens Ohio State -5.5.